right, we just watched episode 3 of Arcane season 1. Technically, the first act, as they call it. They call the 3 episodes an act. Act 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Thoughts of the ending?
Yeah, it just gives you the vibe of it's gonna be one of those things where just like anybody's fair game. It pretty much seems like any time.
Oh God,
like
yes.
Character wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that kid was gonna die right there. When she was
Powder?
falling off the building.
Yeah, that one is kind of weird. It's like,
How the fuck she lived? But then
maybe she landed.
I looked at the area.
Sure.
Looked like they had a lot of water around it.
It's
Like
true,
maybe
that's
she
what I
landed
thought,
in the water.
Because it's pouring, so you can't tell if she's already wet.
It's like I assume like she's dying. Everybody's
I
fucking
thought the
dying.
same
right here.
thing, that she probably landed in the water because they're on the docks, the ocean's all around. Like the place that just blew up is that whole like
It's like a pier.
underground like pier thing that the baddies had. Obviously, the whole fucking thing blew up.
That shit was crazy. Like from 0 to 1,000.
Basically, this show did what The Last of Us does to you, but it's caused by one of the good characters. That is like, what the crap?
Oh,
Powder's
okay.
bomb is what did all that.
Yeah,
she
I know.
killed everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, what? The crap? You didn't see that coming from a mile away.
And at least the viewer didn't even realize how powerful that shit quite was just yet.
They don't either.
Yeah.
So she just
exactly.
like, I'm just gonna blow one up, and
It looked like it might blow up. So like let's throw that in there. But
and she did. She hit the baddies, but also hit all
everybody.
And they were about to escape.
Yeah.
They were through the wall. Vander was out of the shackles.
That's right.
And now they're all dead.
But they did just summon the Hulk though, or like the fucking sap eating fucking.
Oh yeah, so Vander went hulky, and then at the end,
But no, not just him.
The other guy,
the other dude. That's the at that point I'm like, this isn't gonna go so smooth once he was out because like
yeah, that shit's clearly like it hulks people.
they
the fuck
showed
out.
how like strong it is. Like that you sit and watch that chick beat the fuck out of everybody.
That's one thing I love about this
and
show.
then that guy stops her and one like it just like immediately shows you like
Vi is obviously a tank and a badass, but this show does a very good job of being like cartoony in certain ways, but it's also like if you get punched in the face, it's like getting punched in the face, or you get smoked, you take that real damage. Which one thing I love about this show is they don't like
they're not immortal.
There's weight to like punches and all that feels real. Like it's when someone gets smoked, that's it. They're done.
Yeah.
Like just if you get poked, smashed in the face with a piece of steel, you're done.
Yeah.
That's what happens here, unless you're the Hulk.
That was dope though. When Vander fucking ate that shit or whatever, I was like,
I know. Yeah.
I was about to pause it and be like, yo, Titan Vander or like or sap eating Vander or something.
I know. Fuck, man.
But damn it, that's not like it helped at all. Like, well, it did.
Well, it did, but then it's
like it's not a happy ending still. Like,
yeah, fuck, man.
Jeez.
The show really kind of got guilt or like hooks you with you kind of think you know what's gonna happen. Like all the good guys are gonna get out, obviously, or whatever. Or someone might die. That's usually how it goes. Not they all die and caused by a good character.
Yeah.
Huh? Who the fuck wrote that shit?
And then shifted like the whole plot too.
Oh fuck yeah.
'Cause now she's with the bad guys.
Yeah. God, this is just so good. It's so fuck. It still teared me up a bit. The show does that so many times to you.
It takes a lot to get me to cry, brother. But
Me too, but this show did it to me several times. It did it to me again a little bit there, and I knew it was coming.
I get it. It's like
It's just such
the
good.
music and that sound.
The music is so good too. Actually, hearing it with headphones, way better.
And they do a good use of like a lot of like slow motion, which creates like a lot of drama and shit.
I think hearing it, all the music and stuff too, is so much better because I watched it on the TV before.
Well, that'd be dope too, just because it's so
the
big.
size is good, but the sound is so important too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
sound
what
is
else
so
happened
important.
there. Like a lot of people got fucked up.
Well, we also got to kind of see more of Silco and Vander, like the two.
Yeah, their
brothers.
backstory. Yeah,
They call each other brothers, so that's fucked and kind of.
but ended up like ultimately like ended up against each other in a way.
Weirdly different goals, but
Took very different paths.
They both were like underground people,
Like freedom
everybody
fighters
wants
in a
to
way.
fight against the top side.
Yeah.
That's like the. So they were both actually from the underground, but
had such different
conflict.
outlooks. Yeah. Well, how to get there.
Shit.
As soon as I saw that shit, it reminded me of Uncharted 2 when they eat that fucking sap.
Yes, it definitely reacts like that.
Just turns into a giant like beast-like monster.
And then you have them having a successful a trial with the gem too.
Oh yeah,
You kind
That's
of forget
right.
about that because the ending blows your fucking mind.
I'm like, I know there's more. They didn't just fucking fight the whole
Yeah,
time.
so now you also have that whole thing too with them
Magic,
starting to like figure that out, which
that robot's not gonna be happy.
doesn't exist in this world. I don't think. If for mages, only mages can use magic. There's never
Like
been someone
regular
just
people?
making it like this. It's new for this, which is already a cool fucking thing already.
Yeah. No, I forgot. I knew there was more to it than that.
It's hard to remember that part when you fucking watch the end. Is like, what
That's
the
interesting
fuck?
because they pulled it off. Like, This shit's pretty drugs too. Like just visually, like
Oh, bro.
it's so trippy.
Bro, you haven't seen nothing yet.
I know. It's just trippy.
The show is now just starting. That's basically how I feel. After you watch that episode, it's like, okay, now the show starts.
That kind of gives you, I feel like, a hint of how it's gonna like, not what to expect, but like.
That's the thing. As soon as you think you kind of know, or like it's.
I'm not thinking I expect anything, but
it really does fucking. They do such a good job at keeping you fucking so hooked.
At least now you know the tone of the show. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Or like
it ain't fucking happy.
nobody's
That's for
safe.
goddamn
It's gonna
sure.
be. It's pretty dark.
Yeah. When all the fucking happy, like nice, good characters are dead, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
That blew my shit the first time I watched that. Didn't expect that at all.
I was waiting for some shit to go really south. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I luckily
I always
came
had
in
the vibe,
with
like-
zero expectation. I thought the show would be like okay at best, and then that happens. It's like, what the fuck? It's
I
just
always
crazy.
figured the show was gonna be like pretty dark and shit like that. And yep.
Yeah,
So I feel like now I know.
that's the introductions
now I know
done.
the tone of it. Yeah.
Introduction's now done. Fucking insane.
Yeah, it reminds me of so many different things. There's times where it reminds me of a video game. There's times where it reminds me of just like a regular like movie or a show. There's times when it reminds me of anime.
Oh yeah, this
like the
definitely
art style
There's
and-
very very big anime like inspiration in this for sure.
For sure.
They really do a good job of doing kind of everything.
Yeah, it kind of feels a bit
All
like
wrapped
everything.
up with like, and the voice acting is so good.
Mhm.
So the kid, this is like side shit that I know because I've seen way more about the show and shit. So the kid that actually like does like the voice for Powder did that last scene in that on her 11th birthday.
Holy.
11-year-old child had to do that scene.
Holy.
Crazy.
That's crazy when like
That's-
weirdly a
that's
lot of
really
young
good
kids
because
are good at
They
acting.
can be, yeah. You see that with old shows and stuff, especially like
Stranger
certain kid
Things, the
actors-
early seasons,
oh,
man, the acting was great.
The best acting is in the first season.
Yeah.
In that show, in my opinion.
Because I don't think they were trying to prove anything. They were
And
really
when
just
kids
trying to
can
get
act well. It's so good.
Mhm.
It's so good. It hits so good. Some old movies did that too,
Yeah,
but Stranger Things was like a
newer
that
version
on
of that.
drugs. It was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard to find like a crazy good child actor, but when you do, it's just like
And there was so many in
It's
that one. They
surreal.
were all amazing. Like
Mhm.
that is like almost impossible. You almost don't ever get that. You usually get one if you're lucky.
yeah, that's crazy shit.
Honestly, Stranger Things was the only other show that I had to watch the whole thing pretty much in one sitting because I was obsessed with it.
I was
this
into
one.
it really early
This
too,
one
man.
did that to me too.
Like I watched that shit not long after it released, and
I watched one episode. I'm like, I have to watch like most of this tonight,
Yeah.
pretty much because
it was pretty short.
Stranger Things was so good. It got you hooked so fast.
Oh yeah, that one grabbed me for sure. I was telling people at work and stuff about it.
Me too. I was telling everyone like, you got to
Early
watch
on,
the show.
yeah.
It was perfect timing. I'd only watched a few seasons of X Files, and then this show came out like a modern day X Files on coke, basically. It's like, yep, that's perfect.
X-Files. I need to keep going on that.
Yeah, at some point. Watch this first,
Excuse me.
though.
Oh yeah, well, this we'll get through faster than I'll watch X-Files. That's for damn sure.
Well, yeah, like that's like 12 or 13 seasons. This is 2.
Yeah,
A little quicker.
and long seasons in X-Files sometimes.
Yeah, long as fuck. Some of the seasons are like 20 something.
episodes. Yeah.
That's longer than this whole show.
Holy-
One season of X Files is longer than this whole show.
That's crazy.
That tells you something.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
how you have to like pace it though. Like
if
you
want
have that limited amount of time.
quadrillion side stories that don't really matter to the main story and shit, which X Files did a lot. They were dope, but
oh yeah, it was always
it was
interesting.
all about just making obviously a show that can last a long time too. Where
Fuck
with this
yeah.
one, that they knew they were only doing 2 when they did the first one. Even they knew they were only doing 2 seasons.
and just get it done quick.
They knew exactly how to pace it out.
That's pretty crazy.
It only gets better.
It's pretty
man.
well done.
It only gets better and better. Yeah, it's fucking insane. I need to pee.
Do it up, buddy. It sounds fucking gnarly out there.
I feel like anything else we're missing from that.
We
Fuck.
gotta be missing shit.
that episode's crazy.
Just like keep going back to the end, like fighting shit.
Gotta try to remember a bit earlier on, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh
Actually,
yeah, so the start at the
it was a
very
slower-ish start of an episode.
sort of. It ends with like Vi. You see Vi sitting in a room like by herself. So do you know what she was actually trying to do there? At the start of the episode and the end of the second episode, technically, when she's like locked herself.
Oh, was she gonna go fight like against?
She was gonna turn herself in.
Oh, turn herself in. Okay.
But Vander found her first and
And
turned
did
himself
it.
in. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the fucking Hulk and Silco show up and fuck that up.
That Hulk shit's fucked up. Yeah. I'm still not quite sure how it like controls them because when Vander took it, he was in control.
Yeah, so is this other guy, kind of, because even when Silco gives
He's
him
just
commands, he stops, or when he says kill them, he goes after them.
That's what I mean.
He's not full manimal. Yeah, he's actually still a human.
Well, he's taking orders fully from him though. Like, isn't he doing that shit against his will, kind of? Or at this point, he's just like, "Fuck it, this is my fate." Like,
I'm pretty sure that
because he could just turn around and smash that fucking guy.
Yeah,
and
that
be
kid
done
I
with
think
it.
was dirt poor. So the kid in the first episode that attacks Vi, and then when they come back with the loot, is that kid.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I
And
remember
then
that.
I think he's just poor, and he kind of got wrapped up in the game.
That's just what he's
he's
doing
just
now.
Told what to do. Cause,
Yeah.
So even like eating and stuff down in the like the lower lands there is hard. Silco says like feed him, give him a place to sleep tonight in early episodes, saying he's basically poor as fuck.
So it could just be like literally a warm place to stay.
I think he's like,
he could live
I get
here,
to live and like
survive here.
eat and shit if I just do what this guy says, kind of thing.
But
Like
now
a
I think
grunt.
he's fucking dead too. I think Hulk fucking
Probably like
Hulk Vander
fucks him
fucking
up.
killed him
I
up.
think Hulk fucked him up.
Vander himself almost fucked him up, and then he went Hulk. He definitely fucked him up.
Oh yeah,
That was pretty dope when he first fought him. Was like,
as a human, yeah.
he would have beat that fucking guy if that guy didn't stab his back, bro.
I know, yeah. Silco stabs him, which you then see that Vander was actually trying to kill Silco, and that's what fucked his eye up too, with them in the water. Like it's so they have obviously
have a hell of a
have
backstory.
conflict. Yeah.
But yeah, he would have fucking beat that fucker without that
Oh yeah.
sap.
Yeah, he need that sap. Which we're referring to Uncharted 2. Well, we keep saying sap because no one's gonna know what the fuck that means.
Or that experiment, that vial of shit.
Yeah. So in this, it was the name of it was
Yeah, I
named
forget-
once.
What do they call it again?
Silco did call it. It's called shimmer. That's what
Shimmer,
they call it.
fuck yeah.
It was only ever said once.
Okay,
Yeah. So it's like I didn't. It was probably
that's
hard to
pretty
remember
dope
that.
name, but
That's what.
and it
this
actually makes you like
thing is
shimmer and
called.
light up. That makes fucking sense.
Yeah.
But we're referring to some other dumb shit.
So yeah, the sap is from.
Some people might get it.
If you played
Especially
Uncharted 2, you would know. the
If
end
someone's
of that
watching
game.
something about gaming, they might understand a gaming reference.
True enough. Yeah, true enough.
But this isn't just for gamers though, because I had never
This
played
show
League
is
of Legends.
way bigger for people who basically have nothing to do with playing League. for the
That's
most
what I'm
part.
saying. So maybe people wouldn't get the Uncharted reference.
But I could see even people that played League loving this and they do because they basically took characters that had no stories and stuff like from the game and gave them these crazy fucking stories in this.
That's probably why they could do this shit so many times.
There's like 150 characters in that game, I think,
Holy,
or some or more.
holy.
So far, we've seen like 4 or something, or like if that.
I'm not quite sure which ones are in the game yet. I kind of think I do a little bit, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, because you said you've seen some unfortunate fucking spoilers for this.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you feel like weighing in on at all or not yet?
No.
Okay, it doesn't matter either way.
No.
No.
This shit still hasn't happened yet, but there's something now I can see is making a bit more sense.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're going with it.
Mm-hmm. You can't not see like advertisements and shit without seeing
Yeah, there's one very, very specific.
pretty obvious shit.
Can't not
As
avoid
soon as I first saw that fucking character, I'm like,
Yeah.
but I didn't think it was going to be going the way it's going. So I don't want to get into the spoiler too much because I don't want to ruin anything for myself. And
Like I said, you could spoil the end of this show and you will fucking still love it, honestly.